Hello, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I. There armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No fife did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo. But the Angelus bell of the Livy's swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town they hung the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla Sudel Bar. And from the plains of Royal Meath brave men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. The night went black and the rifles crack made perfidious Albion reel. Mid the leaden rain 7 tongues of flame shone out o'er the lines of steel, and o'er each shining blade a prayer was said, that to Ireland her sons be true. And when morning broke, still the war flag shook out its folds in the foggy dew. Twas England bade our wild geese go, that new nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, or on the fringes of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with Cattle Brood, then their names we'd keep where the Fenians sleep, 'neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest fell, and the requiem bells rang out mournfully and clear. For those that died that Easter the fight that freedom's light might shine in the foggy dew. Down the glen I walked again. My heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men who I never shall see more. As the world's to and fro in my dreams I go, I'll kneel and pray for you. For slavery fled, oh glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. Okay. I'm gonna mess around with this light that So I spent the last hour trying and failing to set up my microphone to actually use on this. So I'm just using my phone's microphone, which is what I've done before on these, but I have a good microphone now that I can't figure out how to set to hook up to my laptop so it actually works with Facebook. So I got in a very bad mood just screwing with technology. And then I decided to just come on and just use my phone anyway. But anyway, to deal with that, cheers. This non-Guinness beer, because you can't get Guinness in Taiwan right now. Okay, so that was a song. I'm not sure who wrote it. I'm not sure if anyone knows who wrote it, but it's about the 1916 Easter Rebellion, which anyway. And this is a song. This is the only song I'm going to do that's written by an Englishman as opposed to an Irishman. Although I think he had some Irish ancestry, actually. Well, co-written by an Englishman and a Japanese woman. A guy you may have heard of called John Lennon. So the song is called "The Luck of the Irish." If you had the luck of the Irish, you'd be sorry and wish you were dead. You should have the luck of the Irish, and you'd wish you were English instead. 1,000 years of torture and hunger drove the people away from the land. A land filled with beauty and wonder was raped by the British brigands. Goddamn, goddamn. If we could have voices like flowers, there'd be shamrock all over the world. If we could drink dreams like Irish streams, we'd be as high as the mountains of Mourne. In Liverpool they told us the story, how the English divided the land, of the pain and the death and the glory, and the poets of old Ireland. If we could make chains with the morning dew, the world would be like Galway Bay. Let's jump over rainbows like leprechauns. We'd be as high, the world would be one big Blarney Stone. Why the hell were the English there anyway, as they killed with God on their side? blaming it all on the kids and the IRA. While the bastards commit genocide, genocide. Oh, if you had the luck of the Irish, you'd be sorry and wish you were dead. You should have the luck of the Irish, and you'd wish you were English instead. Yes, you'd wish you were English instead. Okay, I'm gonna do a song you may know, especially if you're about my age, meaning you would have been a teenager in the early 90s. It's by an Irish band that was very big then, called the Cranberries. Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken. When the violence causes silence, who are we mistaken? Don't you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting. With their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Another mother's breaking heart is taken over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting. With their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Okay, I'm gonna explain my shirt. Well, I mean, it's a pretty self-explanatory shirt. I bought this on Saturday in a Taiwanese clothing store that I walked into because I need more shirts, and I figured knew I was going to play a St. Patrick's Day party, and I didn't really have anything green. And I thought it'd be cool if they had something, to do with St. Patrick's Day on it, but they're not going to. It's a Taiwanese store. And I walked in and I looked at the first green shirt I saw and I pulled it off. And it says Irish in huge letters and has an Irish flag. So I'm like, that's serendipitous, I guess. And it was only 190 NT, so the price was right. Alright. I'm going to play a song by Van Morrison, who I'm a pretty big fan of, although not such a fan of his recent politics. If you don't know about them, just don't. It's sad. But, just making sure my harmonica is in working order, because I will use it in the song a little bit. We were born before the sun. Nah, I screwed up the first line. I'm gonna do it again. We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. And the bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry. See the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I'll be coming home. When that foghorn blows, I wanna feel it, I don't need to fear it. And I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I'll be coming home. When that foghorn whistle blows, I wanna hear it. Don't make me fear it. And I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Together we will float into the mystic. It's too late to stop now. Okay, Van Morrison, Into the Mystic. It's about 80% of the way there, I think. I gotta practice that some more. That's the only harmonica song I'm planning on doing tonight. Alright, what am I, I'm gonna do a very traditional Irish song called Carrickfergus. I wish I was in Carrickfergus only for nights in Ballygrant. I would cross over the deepest ocean, the deepest ocean, to be by your side. But the sea is wide, and I can't cross over, nor have I the wings to fly. If I could find me a handy boatman, I would cross over to my love and die. My childhood days bring sad reflections of happy times from so long ago. My childhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now, like the falling snow. I spend my days in endless roving. Soft is the grass, and my bed is free. Oh, to be home now in Carrickfergus, on the long road down to the salty sea. And in Kilkenny it is reported on marble slabs as black as ink, that with gold and silver I did support her. But I'll sing no more now till I've had a drink, for I'm drunk today and I'm seldom sober. A handsome rover from town to town. Oh, but I'm sick now, and my my days are numbered. So come all ye young men and lay me down. Alright, this is the drink I need to have before I keep singing. And okay, I'm gonna do two more songs. This one is it's a poem by an Irish writer named Flann O'Brien from a novel he wrote called At Swim Two Birds, which is a very really interesting. I read the novel. I really like it. It's got many. It's a novel about a guy writing a novel about another writer who has characters. The writer inside the novel the guy's writing have characters that rebel against him and come to life and try to plot against him. And then there's more. There's like stories within stories within stories kind of thing. So, and anyway, some of these characters, I think if I remember correctly, it's some of these characters that are in the writer in the novel the main character is writing's novel, who have this discussion about what they think the greatest poem is and who the greatest Irish poet is. And one of them recites this poem called, I've seen it on the internet. I don't think it's actually given a title in the book. Or maybe it is in the Workman's Friend, or also A Pint of Plain is Your Only Man. I don't have, so it's supposed to be about a pint of plain stout, such as Guinness, which there is a Guinness shortage in Taiwan right now. You can't get it anywhere. So I'm not drinking Guinness or Irish Stout. I'm drinking Hop City Brewing, a nice hoppy beer, but nothing really like Guinness, which anyway, here's the song. And I made up the music. There are other people who've also set it to music, which I found after I made up the music, but this is my version. When things are wrong and will not go right, though you try the best you can, when life seems black as the hour of night, a pint of plain is your only man. When money is tight and hard to get, and your horse has also ran, when all you've got is a heap of debt, a pint of plain is your only man. When your health is bad and your heart feels strange, and your face is pale and wan, when doctors say you need a change, a pint of plain is your only man. When food is scarce and your larder's bare, and no rashes grease your pan, when hunger grows and your meals grow rare, a pint of plain is your only man. causey strife. You've still got a dog-lit plan. You've still got a chance at a brighter life. A pint of plain is your only man. Alright. As I read the book that's from, which it's quite funny in the book. Not just the poem, but the character extolling how this is the greatest poem in the history of Ireland. I would recommend that book to people interested in sort of Irish culture and stuff. I also was reminded of it listening to a podcast about Guinness, the Blind Boy podcast. So anybody who wants to, which is a guy who, he's in a band that I keep on meaning to check out their music and I haven't, called the Rubber Bandits. They all perform in masks. And he also has a podcast in which he just kind of rambles about different topics. And he does an entire episode rambling about Guinness. And rambling is unfair. It's more entertaining than this that I'm doing right now, for example. Alright, and a bit more thought out. But, alright, what am I playing? I'm going to do the last song tonight. I think this song's actually of Scottish origin, but it's kind of, I'm not actually sure where I came across it first, but I think it might have been going through a YouTube rabbit hole of Clancy Brothers videos, who are definitely an Irish group. I've been playing sort of different versions of it for the last few years. And it's been covered by like everybody from, I think Ed Sheeran or somebody does a terrible version. Well, it's an Ed Sheeran version. It's called The Parting Glass. Of all the money that ever I spent, but I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that e'er I'd done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, if I had but money to spend, and leisure time to sit a while. Oh, there is a fair maid in this town, who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. A man can drink but not be drunk. A man can fight but not be slain. A man may and perhaps be welcomed back again. But since it has so hard to be a time to rise and time to fall, fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd beg me one more day to stay. But as it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass and drink my health whatever befalls. And I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Alright, here's my parting beer, I guess. Cheers, happy St. Patrick's Day. That's it for tonight. You can watch it again if you want.